Welcome to my review of the 2025 LEGO Star Wars Jango Fett starship. It has 707 pieces, and its set number is 75433, with 3 minifigures, and it retails for around $70. It's recommended for 9+, but we'll get into the build later. On the front side of the box, you get some box art, which is the Slave One in the space near Geonosis. You also get a yellow stripe to mark the Clone Wars, but it really should be blue because it's part of the original trilogy, but maybe they changed it to represent the prequels. You also get a view of the 3 minifigures, which are young Boba Fett, Jango Fett, and Lama Su, but we'll get into those a little bit later. Turning the box around, you get a good look at some of its play features. The back of the box has some box art of the Slave One landed on Kamino, with some play features like the seismic charge and the cart that also doubles as a display stand. But we'll get into those later, so stick around. Inside, you'll find bags numbered 1 through 6, which aren't paper bags yet, but that doesn't make sense because some other ones do have paper bags and some don't, but we'll see more LEGO models with paper bags soon enough. There's also the instruction booklet, and of course you got your sticker sheet. Luckily for us, there's only 5 stickers, so let's get building. And now our build is done, so let's get right into it. Starting off with our 3 minifigures is young Boba Fett, and he looks really off. His hair especially makes him seem not young Boba Fett, and I don't like it. They should have found a better piece. He also has some color inaccuracies, like that belt right there should have been blue. And his clothing seems the wrong kind of blue. It should have been a more deeper, darker blue, but no, they don't have that. Turning Boba around, he has some back printing, but still wrong colors. He also has a alternate face, which kinda seems like him, but more of the times you see him giving him a side eye to Obi-Wan, so I like the first face better. Our next minifigure is Jango Fett, who looks really good, but he is also somewhat controversial. He's sporting a new rangefinder, which is really cool, because this clone right here also has a rangefinder, but it's way more easy to just... Oh, I just snapped it off. Wow. He's got some really good printing, but on his arms, he does not. And that is why he is controversial, because in the UCS Jango Fett's Slave One, we get a Jango Fett with arm printing, and LEGO's motto is only the best is good enough, which means we probably should have gotten that same minifigure in this. But I think that's okay, because they paid a premium price for that premium minifigure, so I think we're okay with that the arm printing. Jango also has some hair for him to use, and a face print, which I think really nails his look. And it's good to see the hair because every time there's a character with a helmet and a face print, I kind of want the hair too, but that doesn't often happen. He also has another face, and on the back he has his jetpack, but it's covered up any printing back there. I'm not sure if there is printing back there actually. Overall, solid minifigure, and way better than young Boba Fett. Our last minifigure is Lama Su, the Prime Minister of Kamino, which I'm not sure why they included in this set, but it is a certainly good minifigure. You can see right here that his dress piece seems a little off-white, which is really strange. I'm not sure why LEGO has that, and it happened on Dejamiro right here, off-white, and it also happened on Commander Fox right here, off-white. It's a little less noticeable because the next white doesn't really appear right next to it, so it could seem part of the actual outfit of Lama Su, but whatever. The new mold also looks really good. They have this little, I'm not sure what to call that, collar, I'd call it. And also this Kaminoan fin. And you might know that they recently released a other Kaminoan, Tanwi, who has a different head shape than Lama Su, so we could have gotten the same mold for them, but I'm surprised LEGO didn't do that. And I'm actually happy they didn't do that, because that would have looked meh. Overall, a really good minifigure, and if you're a LEGO collector, or you're just like reselling LEGO, you might want to pick up this set for this character, because I don't think they'll ever remake this. But, pretty cool. So, overall, good characters and good minifigures, but I'm not sure why Tanwi doesn't have the normal white. So, if anyone knows, comment down below. Now for the actual build, and the actual build is pretty good. Its colors are really good, but it seems a little bit smaller than I would have expected. And yeah, so let's start from the bottom here. Here we have its stud shooters, which I really don't like on this one, because on previous versions they had the actual shooters and then they had the stud shooters right here. So you still have that play feature, but they did it differently now, so why not? The colors on this nose right here is pretty good, and I do like that. Moving to the lower part of the build, there is actually a ramp right here that Boba and Jango can walk on, but it doesn't actually lead to anywhere. Instead, it actually has a little compartment. So you can flip open this, and right here, you can put a little thing called a seismic charge, and you can put it right here. And I'll show you what that does in a second. So you could just close it back up, and it's perfectly hidden. The shape of the build is actually really good, especially this nose right here. It has a certain angle, which makes it look way better, and its colors are really good. It has some stickers you could see right here. Well, actually, maybe you can't see. Stickers right here, and the stickers are actually pretty easy to apply, and there's only 5 stickers in the set, so I would have preferred printed, but they do it good here. There's also the wings, and the wings seem a little small, but they do look fairly accurate, I guess. But one thing about the wings, if you pick it up, they do not turn to the forces of gravity like they usually would on previous models. So you now have to turn it by hand. Oh my goodness. By hand. Like so. It's kind of disappointing, but what can you do about it? Also some stickers right back here, and the color looks good as well. Another wing, another sticker. and the final sticker is right here on the nose. Moving into the interior, this is the cockpit in which you could put Boba Fett and Jango Fett. So Boba Fett just actually goes in the back and just lays there. He's in a coffin basically, and yes, wow, he is not attached to any studs or anything, but that's okay. When Jango Fett is sitting down, you can put him on the studs right here. Okay. As I was saying before, right here, and then you could just close the cockpit nice and smooth. I kinda wish there was a little bit more to the interior, but there's really not, and for the size, I guess it's okay. You also get a little side build for the Prime Minister to drive around. I think it's like a refueling cart, I guess, a storage cart. But it also doubles as a stand, so if you lift right back here, and then you grab the slave one, and then you just put it in. Hold on. Put it in like so. Sorry for that wait. It's just gonna rest on those gaps, and it works perfectly fine. But while we're back here, I might as well show you the beautiful place feature, which is if you press right here, it drops the seismic charge. How cool is that? I think that's pretty good. Back to the cart. This was not the display stand I was using earlier in the video. That one was 3D printed, so you will not get that same angle. As you saw before, it's kind of like it's a diagonal angle. But that's okay. You also can pop open this box right here, but you can't really fit anything in it. The hair for Jango Fett does not fit. I'll show you. See, it doesn't really fit in there. Seismic charge doesn't fit in there. I'm not sure actually what is in here, but there it is, I guess. So, overall, it's a good starfighter set. But, here's the final verdict. If you do not have Obi-Wan Kenobi's starfighter from Attack of the Clones, it might not be worth it. Because these two ships appear in the same scene. But if you don't really have one of the other parts of it, it's no fun. I was playing with the Slave 1, and I was like, okay, I guess it's a ship, but there's nothing to do with it, because there's no aspect of playing with it. But you're gonna need the starfighter so that it can go versus. Personally, I think they should just release this as a versus set, but they didn't. But it's still good without the set, the other set at least. So you can still get it without the Obi-Wan Kenobi's starfighter, but it might not be as fun. You could certainly display the Jango Fett starfighter without the Obi-Wan Kenobi's starfighter, but at that point you might as well just get the UCS one, because that one is really made for display and shows all the detail, and it's more beautiful. So that's my final verdict. If you don't have the Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, sure, go ahead, get it. Jango Fett is a really good minifigure that you might want for your Separatist army. If you have Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, you might as well pick it up. But by the Jango Fett starship alone, is it a good set? Maybe not worth $70, but if you could get it for $60, that'd be pretty good. As for right now, I'll see you guys on the next one.